Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Right now at 5:30, Lexington police are looking for several people in connection with a home invasion. We've got a live report with the latest on this crime alert. And we're learning new details about a Lexington bank robbery, and police say the people are involved. We'll tell you more about what they say about them. And powerful storms set to hit the east and west coast. These stories and breaking news as it happens on WKYT This Morning. Good morning to you and welcome in. I'm Rebecca Smith. Bill Bryant has the day off. It's good to have you with us. And the weather is expected to actually improve, believe it or not, as we head into the weekend. But a look at today's forecast, we'll go to that now with Micah.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to start off with a cold day. I mean, we're there in the 20s and 30s right now. Heading in toward the afternoon, it's not going to rise that much. We have the clouds overhead. And those things, man, they're pesky. They do not move much until we get something that just kind of shoves them on out of the way. And that's not really going to happen today. We'll get some breaks here and there, but for the most part, we're going to stay with those mostly cloudy skies. 29 now in Lexington, we're 30 in Richmond. You see Mount Sterling, Winchester, work your way down the Mountain Parkway, all the way through Powell and Wolfe County, holding on to the 20s and 30s. And the next 24 hours, you can see, like I said, it doesn't change much. We're 38 this afternoon with some breaks here and there, but at least we're staying dry. In toward tomorrow morning, bitterly cold start, but I promise you this, sunshine's on the way and better temperatures, and I'll show you both of those coming up.
New this morning, we are tracking the investigation into a bizarre home invasion in Lexington that police have been investigating overnight. Happened just before 11 o'clock last night at a home on Cross Keys Road. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from police headquarters with the latest on this crime alert. Good morning, Mark. Having some issues with Mark's audio there. Here's a little brief summary. Police say two women may have been working with a robber to steal a man's prescription pills. Investigators tell us a man who lives in an apartment on Cross Keys Road near Alexandria let two women who he didn't even know very well stay with him for about a week. He says he was robbed at about 10:45 last night. He told officers he woke up and saw a man wearing a ski mask standing over him. We're told the two struggled. The robber eventually hit him in the face with a pool cue. According to his testimony, we're told the masked man took off with the man's prescription pills and cell phone. The man who was attacked was not seriously hurt. Police say the two women left with the masked man in a silver four-door vehicle. So obviously police looking for the suspects in that situation there of Cross Keys and Alexandria. New this morning, we are learning some new details about a bank robbery that happened in Lexington last month. Police arrested and charged 51-year-old Kenneth Honikin and 24-year-old Amanda Eldridge with the crime. Today, court documents are shedding more light on how the robbers stole from the bank. WKYT's Victor Puente is live this morning from the courthouse with the latest. Hi, Victor.
Well, these two were arrested yesterday, one in Jessamine County, the other here in Lexington. The arrest warrant for 52-year-old Kenneth Honikin says he and 24-year-old Amanda Eldridge were the two people caught on surveillance video robbing the United Bank on Harrodsburg Road on November 24th. The warrant says she handed the teller a note that said, quote, "I have a gun. If I don't leave with $5,000, he will kill me. Hurry, stay calm." They left with some cash and police released their pictures to the public. Police say multiple family members identified the pair. They also say the purple truck they used belongs to Honikin's father. He was arrested in Lexington yesterday. She was picked up in Jessamine County. Lexington police say they are both facing charges. Now, they haven't listed hers, but Honikin is charged with first-degree robbery. His arraignment is later today. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
All right, thanks, Victor. We have an alert for parents this morning in a Lexington neighborhood. School leaders and police want them to know about a stranger who approached a child twice. Investigators say the girl was walking home from her elementary school when the man drove up to her on Farmview Drive. Now police are stepping up patrols. Squires Elementary sent a letter to parents, home to parents, warning them of the stranger. One parent in the area says the news is frightening to hear.
It's so scary to think that people are out there preying on young children. As a parent, it makes the hair stand on the back, up on the back of your neck.
Investigators say the strange man drives a black four-door car with tinted windows. He also had a Labrador retriever with him. New this morning, Lexington police arrested a man they say is behind a string of credit card thefts and frauds. Police arrested 39-year-old David Brummett, saying he stole 4 different women's wallets on separate occasions. He then used the credit cards in the wallets to buy vanilla Visa gift cards. That's what they're called. Or he would steal gift cards already in the wallets. Police say they identified him using surveillance video at several gas stations. And we are finding out more details as the trial for a man accused of murder continues in Lexington. Joshua Lee Tevis is accused of shooting Jontel Crocker outside Divas Gentlemen's Club last year. A Lexington police detective has testified, saying investigators found 38 shell casings after the shooting. This is according to our partners at the Herald-Leader. In addition, another detective testified that police started looking for Tevis the day after the shooting. Well, new this morning, a parole board has denied the release of a Kentucky woman convicted of helping out with killing a Knoxville woman back in 2007. A parole board denied parole for Vanessa Coleman yesterday. She's serving a 35-year prison sentence for facilitating the rape, kidnapping, and murder of Shannon Christian and Chris Newsom. More than 45 people came to the hearing to oppose her parole. She won't be up for parole again until December of 2020. A disturbing discovery in a Whitley County home. Police say they found 2 small children in a home with meth. State police say they found an active meth lab on the back porch of the home on Watts Creek Road yesterday morning. Once inside, they found more drugs.
We got consent to search. After getting inside the home and searching, we located a backpack with items used to manufacture methamphetamine, several baggies of finished methamphetamine product. Also, there were 2 small children inside the residence.
Police arrested Roy Rogers, Kelly Rogers, Tricia Rogers, and Philip Lee. They're charged with making meth and child endangerment. Police say the children were placed in protective custody. Well, caught on surveillance video, a man stole money from a Kroger employee and just ran off. It happened at the Kroger on the outer loop in Louisville. Police say the employee had just taken some money from a self-service checkout and was walking into the customer service area. But police say the thief suddenly grabbed the employee's arm, grabbed money out of her hand, and just ran out. Now Louisville police asking for help finding the thief.
If anybody that was in the parking lot or something saw this individual running, which way he might have gone, where he might have headed to.
Police say the theft happened about 6 in the morning. They think the suspect chose that time on purpose because there weren't quite as many people in that store. Well, extreme weather is hitting both the east and west coasts. A nor'easter dumping snow and freezing rain from upstate New York to Maine. There's also wind gusts of up to 60 miles an hour there, and drought-stricken Northern California going to get drenched. Up to 5 inches of rain in many places. Dan Simon reports on the wild weather.
If it isn't heavy snow, it's torrential rain as the powerful nor'easter slams the northeast. Along the Jersey Shore in Ocean County, streets underwater. The conditions treacherous for drivers in towns like Cobleskill, New York, on the far eastern side of the state. Similar conditions in upstate New York. As much as 10 inches could hit the area before the end of the week.
We're stuck at home, you know, until this dies down. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to get my kids to school.
And no better in Boston, where the streets are lined with ice, people and cars sliding, an SUV ramming into a parked car.
I couldn't stop the car, it was so icy.
All of this bad weather having a ripple effect on air travel, with more than 1,000 flights canceled on Tuesday alone. And what happened on the East Coast could pale in comparison to what may occur on the West Coast. Here in San Francisco, Bay Area communities are gearing up for flooding. A winter storm is expected to hit the region tonight. It could be the worst storm we've had here in 5 years. Public schools have already closed in advance. Worrisome? Yes. Tree trimmers are out in force to prevent branches from falling on power lines. But the moisture is also a welcome relief for a state in the middle of a record drought.
Definitely need the rain, so I'm glad that it's coming. But, you know, of course, we don't want our house to flood.
Thankfully, in central Kentucky, won't be seeing any kind of weather like that for a while, luckily for us. We do want to update you on some tech news here. Ride-sharing companies like Uber and Lyft Now facing new regulations in Kentucky, the state has issued some emergency regulations which require the companies to conduct criminal background checks on drivers. Drivers will now have to perform safety inspections on any vehicles used to transfer customers. Uber and Lyft offer smartphone apps to match customers who need a ride with drivers willing to give them one. Both operate in Lexington and in Louisville. A Lexington business is appealing a ruling that it discriminated against an organization by refusing to print T-shirts. The city's Human Rights Commission ruled that Hands On Originals discriminated against the Gay and Lesbian Services Organization of Lexington when it refused to print T-shirts for the city's Pride Festival. In their appeal, the owners of Hands On Originals claim that the ruling violates their freedom of religion and expression. The appeal does not ask for monetary damages. It just asked for the ruling to be overturned. Well, the Kentucky Tourism Department has approved incentives for a new hotel development in Pulaski County. Somerset Center Hotel is planning on developing a 105-room Marriott Courtyard in Somerset. The state says $11.5 million for the project can get about $2.5 million in tax rebates over 10 years. The hotel will have an indoor pool, reception area, and business center. State road crews have begun blasting as part of a widening project along New Circle Road in Lexington, and you want to be aware of this happening. The first scheduled blast was canceled yesterday morning because of a delay with the explosives, but the second went on as planned yesterday afternoon at New Circle and Old Frankfort Pike. Crews say they only had to stop traffic in the area for about 8 minutes. Blasting will continue for the next few weeks. Drivers will notice some lane closures on New Circle through at least September. Drivers we talked to hope it's worth the delays.
Getting from here back to over there would take forever once everybody started getting off work. I think another lane will definitely help the flow of things a little bit better.
Situation over there compounded obviously by the construction that's been going on Leestown, the widening project. Until the project is completed, the speed limit on New Circle between Versailles and Leestown will be down to 45 miles an hour.